Hello and welcome to the World of Ravinia podcast, where we follow the tale of a group of college adventurers learning their trade in the classroom and real world at once. I am Dungeon Master Benvale. We join the party in the aftermath of their battle with the owl bear monstrosities, joined now by Gargan's master Martin the Wise, but down two members of their fellow comrades lost in the fight. So now let us return to the world of Ravinia. Okay. So you have survived the fight with the owlbear nest, including defeating the huge owlbear mother. Gargan, you called upon your mentor, Martin, to aid you in this task. Although he was limited in what he could do, being summoned on some random day months after his original intended plan. Uh, and your fight was not without loss. As you will note, Big Jim pulling Sven aside, and after the two share a brief chat, Big Jim drops to his knees and begins to sob. Now you look over the blood-stained woods, cluttered with the bodies of numerous owlbears. What do you do?
Anybody proficient in survival to try and harvest some things?
Well, for the time being, I'm going to drag as many of the owlbear corpses together as possible, so we can sort of figure out how we're going to divide this up, or if we're going to be, or
Uh,
how much we're going to be taking, that kind of thing.
Are we able
my
to?
turn. How much does the average owlbear weigh?
Would we even be able? Yeah,
The
I was
baby
gonna say be able to get it back to town.
move around pretty quick. The mother,
I think you cut out there.
is the average is between 1,400 and 1,500 pounds.
Okay, the babies.
The babies would weigh about, one weighs probably about 250, the other two weigh about 450.
How
And
about
mom weighs about 4,000 pounds.
how about a couple of people go get some horses and carts, and the rest of us can stand by and guard.
I'm
So it
just double
sounds like
checking
we're
if any of yous are that badly beat up still.
I'm
Vin's
not.
at about half, Sven's at about half. Your Quark, you're just a little above half. Big Jim's down about a quarter, and everybody else looks like they're full. Wow, this
So
party is weird. I just realized that Gargan and Vincent have the most first and third most hit points in the party.
Sorry, you said that I had damage?
Yeah, you're down about half. You're down 16 of 33.
Okay. Um,
So Garden, he resists the temptation to immediately introduce Martin to everybody. Certainly briefly thanks Martin appropriately, but then goes over to comfort Big Jim and help him do whatever he wants with his friends' bodies. If I see it looks like he's trying to bury them there, well, I'll help him. If it's to move them,
There are no
I'll help him
bodies.
do that.
They got eaten whole.
Yeah.
Okay, I comfort Big Jim and and hand him a rag or something. I don't know.
He's not saying
But
too much about
I
Roger,
do
but
go over to
you just
him.
hear him sobbing over and again. I should have never brought Bobby. I should have never brought Bobby. Oh,
Yeah, but Bobby was a good
his
man.
mother's gonna kill me.
I would offer to perform like ceremonial prayer.
Which one of those guys was the one that cut my throat?
Ben,
And he was eaten.
no, he's alive.
Oh, he's alive? Okay.
He was the one who fought an owlbear on its own
How
for
injured
the
is he
entire
looking?
slightly.
Okay.
He did get healed by Saul, so
So, do we want to maybe?
Do we know what owlbear? Okay, I wasn't here. So what owlbear ate them? The mother?
no.
No, the regular ones.
The regular ones. There was 4 regular owlbears, 4 baby owlbear cubs, and a huge size, about 18-foot tall, mama owlbear that came tearing through the woods when she heard one of the babies crying after it got hit.
Can we open up those two owl bears? So at least we can try and retrieve the bodies? You said they were eaten whole, so I'm guessing they're
Well,
somewhat still
the one got
intact.
snapped in half, and then both halves got chucked into the thing's mouth. And that was early on in the fight in the one case.
Huh.
But yeah, you could try and cut into. Sven's going to point out that the one that got Bobby he can take it. It's a ways out in the woods. It wasn't where the rest of the fight took place.
Yeah, I would just see if we could maybe recover the bodies so that we can like bury them properly. I don't know if Sven can easily do that or not.
Big Jim will just wave you off that not be our way. And you see he untucks a necklace from around his that was tucked inside of his armor and his shirt. Anyone who has religion can make a check.
I was going to ask, can I make a religion check on that?
Not very hard, DC 10.
Okay. Let me fail here. Okay, good.
You recognize the symbol that looks like unlike looking flat, you see this almost looks more like 3D of a whirling tornado
Mm-hmm.
that you recognize as the symbol of the eye.
Now, would I know how to perform last rites for that, or no?
It's hard to say. There are various different sects that would follow the eye. It is the god of storms, the sea, the wind, travel, and sailors.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by that you've seen of them, you would be safe to say that they are probably going to follow the path of sailors, which the only way to give proper closure they will have to get to the ocean.
Ah. Okay, I'm out of ideas.
Martin's going to grab Gargan, though, and pull him aside. And you just see him point over at the mother. Did you not even try fighting it? This was a one-time chance. I'm going to have to travel by wagon back to the frickin' tower. I spent 10,000 gold to get here.
What was what was the in-flight movie? Oh, Martin, I
Oh no.
sincerely thank you for
I'm going to have to
for
go buy
coming.
Lancels. This arrogant little...
Oh, Martin, I do thank you. It was a combination of thinking my friend's life was in danger and that I I thought there was a sign from above that I should call you. Uh, I deeply apologize. Is there anything I could do to make this easier on you for your return?
You can see he's going to think for a second. Where do you have to go from here?
I suppose we're gonna return to the town by the river. That's
Watershine?
yes. I assume we'll return to we'll certainly escort our new friends to Watershine, let them know we think the owlbear menace has been resolved. And then I imagine after that we'll make our way back to the college. And I probably use this time to, if I feel like he's receptive, to introduce him to the group. Let him know I found this group to be particularly skilled and have been loyal friends for quite some time now.
Like, you can see he just starts looking through the small bag that he did bring just to see. Just waves. Nice to meet you all, and goes back into his books. Might work. I shall accompany you on your ride.
Oh, that'd be great. There's a little glimmer of childlike excitement in Gargan's eyes.
Martin will also stand up and go, you might want to get to slaughtering what you can before. And he just sort of looks up. Yeah, there's a storm coming. Once those things are under a foot or two of snow, you're not going to get far.
Alrighty, I'll take his advice to heart. Make sure everybody else heard him and start moving along.
He does offer other thing. Once you have whatever you're going to be able to get slaughtered and preferably salted, he can open a dimensional hole. That dimensional spatial realm of his and store them there. You see, he keeps looking at the big mama and goes a few times like, some.
Could you store all of them?
And he just keeps looking at Big Mama there like, some.
But I get the sense he's quietly impressed with Big Mama.
He's
You
gonna
get the
snatch
sense
all our
that
loot.
you get the sense that he's worried you won't have enough salt and he's going to get blood on whatever else is in the dimension.
Well, we definitely don't have enough salt.
Can we, just try and get some of the claws from the mother?
How long is the storm gonna last?
You can see he looks up and he looks back over his shoulder, and in the distance you can see the wall mountains behind him, and he just goes, there's no telling when you're this close to the wall. And he just looks at you, Gargan, and you should know that.
Sometimes we don't know what we don't know.
I understand
Yeah.
you're north of it. You knew we didn't let you near the south of it.
Uh, geographical version of the boogeyman.
No, it's uh Gargan, make a let's see here. What would be the one that would make the most sense? Make a history mountain watch check for me.
You got it.
D is 20, but a 15 or higher will still get you something.
And I can always throw a academic on it if I need to.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. Well, it looks like it's going to work. Yep.
All right.
And check one off.
So Mountain Watch, which is where Martin's Tower is, where you were trained and spent the majority of your life, is basically nestled almost against the southern side of the wall mountain. And there have been numerous stories. I'm sure you probably have chalked up enough of them to hyperbole and hearsay and other things, but the reason why most people choose to travel all the way to the coast around the mountain rather than cutting through it, throughout the mountain, there is pockets of the best way to refer to it would probably be instability. From the various tales, pockets where magic simply doesn't work, where it seems to almost be direct combat against those trying to get through it. Very few places where you can take shelter from the elements, especially at higher elevation, and extremely limited as far as food resources can be found.
And we're currently near that, but on the other side.
Yes.
Do we get the sense that the size of the owlbear might be somehow related to this disturbance
With
in the
what you
force?
know, it'd be one possibility, yeah. So
And do
Sven
I
is
know
a
enough
ranger.
about?
He can offer to help as well with the slaughtering of these things. To really get this done in time, we're probably going to need at least 3 of you. Sven
Well,
can be
certainly
one of
help.
them with flashing weapons and survival.
Well, we're gonna have to at least bleed them.
Yeah.
And do I get the sense that this extra dimension would be able to travel with us? And is it big enough
It
for us to be in it if the storm comes too soon?
no.
Okay.
He's like, once the door to the dimension closes, it's closed until it is reopened from the outside.
And it doesn't move. Or
It
it could be reopened, let's say, in town, for example.
yes.
Okay.
Well, if we're going to slaughter these things, we might as well get to it.
Yep.
So who's proficient in survival?
I don't think any of us are.
Proficient almost, but I do have experience in this kind of work.
Soul does have jack of all trades.
Sol does have jack of all trades, so
Or-
he could make an attempt.
Like I have a +4
Quark,
in
you're
my survival,
Quark, you're
but
close enough that I'd let you, because you're like extremely close to completing these in it. Well, maybe not extremely close, but you're past the halfway mark for sure.
I actually have done this kind of work before.
Yeah. And you have been going off doing your hunting in the woods and doing some of this already. So I'd let you make it as a straight roll, no penalty, but no bonus beyond your wisdom bonus.
Right.
Ben could go and Saul. One second, let me grab Saul's sheet. Saul. Okay. So I'm gonna have
You cut off at have.
I'm gonna have you, Saul, and Sven each make 2 survival checks. Ben will be working on Big Mama. Quark, what are you going on the babies or normal size?
Normal sized.
Okay. Get your second roll then. Saul is the least skilled, so she's going to start on the babies and then move on to trying to work on one of the regulars. Or she's just going to keep on the babies. Oh, Sven. Oh, actually, wait. I forgot one thing. He actually gets advantage on these due to his class ability. All right. All right. How would I say that went? So you have pretty much a perfect success, another success, a minor success, and 2 absolute failures. I'd say that's middle case. Okay. So where's that? I need the party sheet. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. So from collecting what you could out of them, it's all going to drop in there. Give me 1 second. Right now, you're considered overweight for your party, but most of this is going to end up going in that dimension and not counting, but I just put it in the party sheet so it's visible. You get 2 completely intact owlbear heads, 2 damaged owlbear heads, and a, sadly enough, actually, wait. He got a perfect roll on Mama, so I'm going to switch that for the other version of it. Okay. So you have the huge owlbear head intact, 2 other owlbear heads intact, 2 damaged. This will take you guys about, well, first off, we're going to jump it to be at least bring us to the hour, and then another hour getting it all pulled together. By the time you guys are done, it's pushing 4 o'clock. You get 15 lengths of pelt from an owlbear, or from the owlbears, and 55 3-pound portions of meat with the salt that Sven happened to have. Nothing beyond that because you guys didn't have your own salt. And you can throw pretty much all of that into Martin's dimension and make your way back. You have about another hour of daylight, but you can travel up to 3 hours if you want to, back towards town.
Well, we already have a camp prepared nearby.
Okay.
Might as well just go back there.
All right. So you get back there, camp's pretty much set, and the storm does begin. Let me see if Martin can do anything here to help. I'm trying to think if he was not prepared for this properly.
How far walking are we from town?
It's about a day's travel.
I wonder out loud if if traveling through the night and risking exhaustion is better than having the storm hit. Curious what the others think.
No. Very much no.
Sounds judicious. Okay.
Oh,
So is this mostly a windstorm or a snowstorm?
it is a severe blizzard.
Gotcha. So yeah. We try walking through the night on this. 2 of us might make it back to the city. Might.
I'm just trying to see if Martin has anything that can help with the camp. Nope. Nope. No, he is definitely more offensive based. uh, no, he's got nothing that would help for setting up a camp or keeping it protected or anything from the elements. For some reason, nothing was prepared. So is anyone staying out on watch?
I mean, not that we'll be able to hear anything coming, but I will.
All right.
I was going to say I'd probably take first watch.
Ben can take a watch with somebody.
Drake guy would usually take his first watch like normal.
I usually take the first one too.
Okay, so you two are together.
With the owl.
Huddle closely to the fire. I mean,
Yeah, we should have enough protection with the way we set up the camp to at least keep the fire going.
And Martin didn't even bring a tent because he thought he was being summoned to the campus originally.
we have how many tents do we have? We have enough room, especially with people swapping out for watches.
Yeah. All right. All right. So first watch, and Drakei and Gargan. Second watch then needs to get a full rest to be able to heal up. Vincent.
Well, Zin's full rest is only like 4 hours, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I usually take second watch.
Well, you'll have lots of snow to hide in.
I can take it with Sven.
Are we sure that's wise? You guys keep getting in trouble together.
Ben will take second watch with them. He's just gonna down a potion first. Okay.
I think what Quark and Soul will probably be last watch for the morning.
I mean, technically, I think I only need 6 hours.
All right. First watch. One of Andrakei and Gargan to.
Can you throw the owl on there too?
Yeah.
Or I forget. Is there?
Oh,
I can't remember from last time. Is there a place? Is there a place to find cohorts now? I forgot what we did last time.
Did I put him under abilities?
It was moved somewhere, and I can't remember.
I think I put him in your journal, maybe.
Journal.
Or actions. Owl familiar. That's where it is. Owl familiar under your actions.
Yep, I see it. All right, awesome.
Okay. All right.
You want us
So if
to
I
do
can
a...
get the two of you and the owl to make perception checks.
Yay. Nothing sneaking up on us. Jesus.
And if I can get you to roll a d20 for me.
You'll be lucky to see 5 feet past the wall that we built.
You want me to roll the D20, Gargan?
Sure.
A tree.
Three. I feel like I've never seen that rolled. A 3. Like,
Well,
what are
usually
the odds
there's
of
no...
getting a 3 on a d20? Literally, I don't think I've ever seen a 3 ever.
I feel like we've rolled a 3 before. We had to have.
All right. Gargan, I'll get, or since Drakey I rolled that, Gargan, I'll get you to roll the d12.
Oh,
Sure.
no.
What are the chances it's 3?
Kevin.
So about 2 hours into your watch, the wind really begins to pick up. The extreme force of the wind and the cold and the snow, and your fire goes out.
Can I, what you call? Can I magically relight it?
Yeah, you can try and magically relight the fire.
All right. Yeah, I throw a firebolt at it.
Next wave of snow comes crashing down, puts it back out. It's where your fire was is now under about 8 inches of snow.
Yeah.
If this kept up for the entire night, you guys would probably be under about 3.5 feet of snow.
Tempted to light a tent, but figure the occupants inside would be disappointed, so won't do that.
Can I attempt to dig out the fire?
Yeah,
What else?
Okay. What do you want me to roll for that?
say that would
Strength?
be a survival check.
Okay.
Takes you probably a good 15 minutes because as you're trying to dig it out, more snow is coming down on you, and about nearing the end of your watch now, the snow it's still coming down, but it's definitely died down from what it was. Looking around your camp, there is, in the 3 hours where you're walking, you've probably seen about a foot to a foot and a half of snow come down.
So getting into the tents, we'd probably have to dig our way in.
Yeah, you're going to be needing to scrape off the front of the tents to get in and out of them too, but
Okay. I'd probably
the wind
go
is
and start
still
digging.
definitely very cold. But most of the snow that's coming down now is just whatever got packed on the trees getting blown off by the wind. It's maybe a light flurry going on right now, but you will be able to switch.
That shit sucked.
It's quite cold out tonight.
Can I try to relight the exposed wood again?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Fire it up.
It does light. You will note two things, though. You have lit now very damp wood, so there is a heavy gray smoke blowing with the wind, as well as just a bit of a foul odor from it as well. The other small hiccup with this, when you guys set camp, the wind was blowing from the east, and now it's blowing from the west, so this smoke cloud is sort of aimed right at the tents.
Great. So we just smoked everybody out.
Was it does it dissipate as the wood dries?
It seems to be going pretty steady in these heavy gray
I mean,
billows that are coming off.
And how close are the tents, and how distressing is it to people inside?
The tents would have been close enough to try and get some of the heat from the fire. You'd probably be within 10, 15 feet of the fire. And while you two are dealing with this, and Drakei and Gargan,
Mhm.
can I get you
Yes.
both to make a Constitution save?
Against the chilies?
No.
No.
No. Great. It's not a chance to go.
Oh God, a 6. I'm going to be exhausted.
Okay.
Hey, we both rolled a 5. Awesome. It's from digging out the tents and that, I bet.
Nope.
Oh, cool. We're just slowly dying. It's fine.
Generic death.
So you both take 6 damage from smoke inhalation.
Do something like that. What about everybody in the tent?
Everybody in the tent will get to make their own save with advantage from the cloth soaking up some of it.
Until we open the friggin' doors.
Well, it has slowed a bit.
Okay.
This was an hour of you guys basically just sucking this in while you're trying to focus on the tents and not worrying about the fact that you're sitting in a giant cloud of smoke.
Nice.
Said con save advantage.
Book her off. All right, Sven fails.
Where's Sven's advantage?
Oh, wait, I forgot to do his advantage. All right, so second time.
Come on, Sven, you can do it.
Yes, he does. All right. Big Jim. All right, so Big Jim's good. Quark, Zen. Quark and Zen, because Vincent already rolled his. Oh, and Saul. Make a con save with advantage.
Zen's used to it from working down in the coal mines.
So Quark, you take 6 as well. 19. And Saul, somewhere up here. Saul's good. Okay. So 3 hours have gone by. You're good for your shift switch.
Zen,
Quark, you
it's
wake
your
up
turn.
you wake up hacking and choking anyway.
We need to switch.
I guess technically Martin would have to make one as well. Yeah, but I gotta turn on advantage. All right. So he wakes
Martin's
up with
really
the smoke
pissed.
going on too, and just pokes his head out. And you just hear him start grumbling. I could have prepared my hut.
We got this under control, Martin.
Crawls back into the tent.
He sees
All right.
he sees Gargan like frantically wafting the smoke with like pages from his spell book.
So second watch, Zin, Vincent, and Sven. Get the 3 of you to make your perception checks. Then I'll have one of you make the roll. All right. So everybody did fairly good. So yeah, one of Zin and Vincent roll a d20.
Go for it.
Okay. So yeah, other than the wind bitter, guys get through your watch just fine. And that'll get us to Quark and Saul. guess I'll have to roll for Saul. Okay. And Quark, if I can get you to roll a d20. Okay. Can I get you to roll a d6? Okay. About an hour and a half into your watch, another flush of the storm kicks up, and the wind as well, you note, goes almost doubles in the speed that it was earlier.
Is it going to threaten the tent?
With the weight of the bodies in there, that's also part of it. But there is one thing you guys have sort of ignored through all this. The horses.
Yeah, crap. We did have horses with us.
And the last one. Now, for you and Saul, I will also need con saves. This time, yes, against the cold. DC is only a 13. Okay, Saul's fine. And you're fine. Two of the horses, however, will take damage with what. The only thing that's going to matter is the D10. If the D10 is a 6 or higher, two of the horses die. Two of the horses freeze to death.
We're not made to have horses,
Awesome.
apparently.
That's the dangers of live transportation.
So my total is up to what, 3 now of the horses that have died.
You've had 3 horses die under your watch. The difference is one actually died under you.
Semantics.
Details.
Third watch ends 2 in the morning.
Didn't they bring horses too?
Yeah. One is from you, and one was actually Big Jim's.
Oh.
Actually, there's 2 extra horses because Bobby and Roger's horses are there. One sec, I gotta make their saves. It's a straight roll. One of them died, and the other one died. So 4 horses died in the cold.
Great. So what are we going to do now?
Well, it's morning, so
Well, it's sort of morning. We technically probably should have a 4th watch.
The good news is the fire didn't go out from the wind.
Oh, small victories.
I made it a save at a 8. I figured it'd be a little bit lower, trying to blow out flame. The good news is that Martin is awake. After having been able to rest, and from taking his rest... Wrong button.
He now has access to a larger
He
set
can
of spells.
adjust what spells he has, yes. So let me see if when he wakes up what he can actually have, because I gotta check what he has in his book.
Don't we all get some healing too?
Yes, I will take care of that. Quark. Oh, you're up to 39 hit points. Yeah, so you get back to full. Big Jim gets to full, and Drakei gets to full. When did you get up to 39 hit points?
The last time I rolled.
Okay.
One of the attribute changes last level was my con. So I had extra hit points.
That's why. Okay, yep. Well, the good news is that he can now use Tiny Hut when you camp for 8 hours. What can he do for transport, though? Um,
Hey, Sam.
Hey.
Hey, Saul.
Welcome.
We've had a hell of a night.
What already?
Well, Dargan tried to kill everybody with smoke inhalation. And then we had 4 horses die.
4 horses died? Why?
Hypothermia.
Yeah.
What?
Hypothermia during the storm.
Oh my god. And those were rented, right?
Well, two of them belonged to. Well, three of them actually belonged to Sven's group. But it means you guys are down one horse yourselves, and Sven and Big Jim are doubling up. Martin doesn't really have anything that can help as far as the extra mount would go, but he can increase the carrying capacity of one beast for 8 hours, which would allow it to take 2 riders. That's a third level, so you could do that for. Yeah, he could do that for 3 horses. And that would, no matter who's on them, they could handle it.
Cool. Because I assume he never took the time to learn the spell Dethaw or Horse up to now.
He did not think to create such a spell.
It's not in the new Tasha?
No.
Well, I don't know how fast of a pace we're going to make with... How deep is the snow again?
It's about 2 feet now. The good news is the snow has stopped. So everybody eat your rations. Oh, wait, did you guys leave them on the cart?
Well, I
I'm
have
trying
a
to remember.
personal amount of rations on myself.
Okay. I think you had left them on the cart, though, to take for the day. So there's 6 of you, because Sven and Big Jim
Trying to
and
keep bringing up the
Martin have
fact
their
that
own.
the fact that 2 people are dead.
We can eat some of the horse meat.
If you can cook it. But yeah, so 6 of you. There we go.
We're going to be back in town by the end of today, right?
Yeah, you should be back there today.
Okay, then I have 3 rations I can pass out.
I just took the ones that were in the party treasure. You have actually
Okay.
a full other days and then a couple
Okay.
in the party treasure that was just on the wagon.
Well, I only brought 5 with me, so.
Okay. So yeah, taking a meal, getting everybody up.
since it's still pitch black.
It's 3 a.m. and sunup isn't until almost 7.
And with the storm, our tracks leading here have been obliterated. So does anybody have like impeccable direction sense?
Uh,
Or is it visible enough that we can just follow the mountain?
I mean, you could try and just go along the mountain. The problem is that the town isn't right up against the mountain. It's a couple hours out from the base of it,
Right, but by the time we get close enough.
but it's also into the woods then.
Hmm.
Ben has decent survival. Probably, I think he might have better than Martin. Yes, he does. So he can try and navigate. Yeah, he'll be able to guide you guys.
Okay.
Jeebus.
We basically only need it until sunup, and then we can see where we're going.
So yeah. If you guys are on your own, Saul,
Yeah.
we'll need a check from you. I will need you to make a dex check for me to drive the wagon. DC 14.
Okay, give me a second.
Trying to get the wagon through the snow. All right. So you make your way. Probably wait an hour to get closer to daybreak before you start out. First 4 hours. Get you to 8 a.m. Saul, I'll get you to make another dex check for the wagon. Now with the sun up, it's DC 13.
Okay, give me a second.
And if I can get somebody to roll, actually, I'll roll the D20. Okay. Wagon's fine. You guys get through the next leg of your journey. You will need to push on an extra hour to get to town, actually. Considering you didn't start out and get that head start of the couple hours from that you had left to travel at the end of the day yesterday. So
Yep, that's fine.
pushing on. I will need everybody to make a con save DC 10 to avoid a level of exhaustion. Martin, and then
Sorry, I picked the wrong one.
Oh, you did a con check. What is the difference between a check and a save for you? I think it'd be another +2, I think, for you. Let me double check. Oh, no, it's the exact same.
Oh, it is? Okay. I'll
Yeah.
take the first one then. My bad.
So you gain back the level of exhaustion you would have got back from a night's rest. We take care of Quark here. Your level of exhaustion, though, is gone.
Woohoo.
And Saul's is gone. Okay. And I need to make a con save to see if Sven gets one. Well, not that it'll really matter. Yeah, he's fine. Because you guys are back into town. So, back into town. Big Jim will take you to go see the mayor of the town. Get Martin to get all of the body parts out of his space. Yeah, we'll say an hour getting everything to present to them. So the town folk. So with what they need to use for sure, the damaged heads are just being used for proof. Uh,
The Mama's owlbear head is probably surprising to everybody.
well, that thing weighs. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Mama's head weighs 300 pounds on its own. But yeah, using the other owlbear heads for proof. Oh, sorry, the 55 pieces of 3-pound meat and the 15 25-pound pelts is your share of what you were able to get beyond what Jim and Sven took. So you have those now to do with what you want. That said, it is a few hundred pounds on their own. You can sell them to the town. You can try and bring them back with you.
Well, if it's going to overload our wagon, I'd like to sell at least some of it to the town.
Mama's head definitely would be, but
yeah. It was the mayor who issued the quest, right?
yeah.
So yeah, he gets the head.
Big Jim explaining with Mama's head there, like, this is what was out there. Right. Let me add in what they'll give you for proof of Mama's head there into your share of the payment. Okay. Mama's head gone. Just let me know how much of the meat and pelts you guys wanted to keep for yourselves.
I mean, I'd like to bring some of the meat back for the chef.
We could see if any of the shops might take some hide.
This is a small fishing village, so they can't exactly pay you what these things are necessarily worth.
Right.
No, I was talking about back at the college.
Oh.
Would they keep to back at the college the hide to be able to maybe
they'd
see
be able to use the hides, yeah.
or maybe see if they can make something for us.
Martin is willing to store it. He's going to get proper storage container from town first to keep it in, but he's going to travel with you guys back to the college.
So technically, we have our own traveling bag of holding.
Thank you.
For about 2 days.
Well, 2 days better than no days. Oh, we didn't think of storing any of it in the Jeffers bag. Still have a bit of room in there.
You might have been able to store some of the meat.
but not the hides.
The pelts are too large. That head is about the size of a station wagon.
Yeah.
So, what are they really offering for the reward? Just take what we want?
Well, they have received money that was also paid out by the merchants because stuff wasn't getting through to and
Right.
from Alrezen. Big Jim has received his payment. He is going to pay you your share, which I will drop on there now.
Okay. I don't know. Do you think we should take the largest one and some pelt and meat? Like at least one pelt?
And I just put into chat what you got.
Holy bejesus. That's a split between all of us, right?
Between the 6 of you. That's after Big Jim and Sven keep their cut.
Oh, wow.
And I go to where the hunters are at and try to sell the location of the rest of the bodies.
They are kind of preserved under snow at the moment.
And
That's
go
what it
to
is.
where to tell?
Well, where do hunters usually hang out? At the tavern?
The fishing village.
It's a fishing village, yeah.
Yeah, the only other hunters would be the ones that already know the location, I think.
Either that or they've already died because they were out in the woods
Right.
hunting for like deer and stuff to have meat for the winter.
You never know who we can meet on our travel back to the college.
Actually, when we came into town, you did say that they were having a hard time fishing, like getting enough fish for the winter season, right?
Yeah,
It's a lot of meat.
I was gonna say I'd like to give them at least half of the meat, or like sell them half the meat. Then
okay.
Just
And
sell
yeah,
them the location. They could
they
go
If
need
everybody
meat to
else
get
is
them
okay with
through
that.
until the first shipments from Alrezen can start coming through again.
So we're taking half the amount of meat, and what else
Yeah.
are we taking?
So there's 55 meat. So are you guys I'm going to do this in 30 and 25. Are you giving them 30 or are you keeping
Give them
30?
30. We'll give them 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys keep 25.
And we have how much of the pelts?
And they will give you, let's see here.
Wait.
Considering these meat are huge, they can afford to do 3 gold per meat, so you're giving them 30?
Yeah.
So that'll be another 90 gold. Let me just make that into a parcel so I can do this easier.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right. So after you've offloaded the wagon, stabled the horses, they're offering you a free room at the inn for the night. Big Jim tells you all to come with him. They're going to go to the tavern.
Time to chill and drink.
Big Jim offers to buy a round for the entire bar and gets a big table for everyone to gather around. You notice Sven just sort of looking at his hands, waiting for their drinks. They drop off 2 bottles of whiskey and a entire tray of shot glasses to pour yourselves. Fen just pours everybody a shot, starts passing them out. You notice he filled 2 extra glasses and sets them to his right. Big Jim raises his. A toast, boys. To those still living, and a final round for those who aren't.
I'll
Clinks
raise mine and
glasses.
click it with his.
Huh?
Said I'll raise my glass and click it to his.
Clinks glasses.
The
And
fallen
he clinks,
companions.
makes sure to clink the extra next to Sven, downs his shot.
I'd follow suit then.
Sven raises his, taps them as well. Then he grabs the extra 2, 1 in each hand. To the morrow that never comes. Rest well, lads. And dumps them both out.
All
Otherwise,
right. Time to get shit faced.
I yell at the yell back. Another round.
and yeah, they'll keep bringing them out. So
We don't have to get up super early, do we?
I wouldn't think so. It's also only 3 in the afternoon.
Yep, this is going to be a heck of a party.
But yeah, it'll be.
Is Martin still with us?
Martin is still with you. Martin's not really drinking.
Okay.
Trying to remember when we have to be back to the college.
I think we just have enough time to get back in the morning. Oh, what are we gonna do about? We're down to what, 1 horse?
Yeah.
And we have an extra person.
Yeah. I mean, you can try and get a horse from the stables.
Yeah, I was going to see if I can just maybe purchase a horse from the stable. Because I'd be able to rent it and then bring it back.
Martin says he can get his own, but you'll probably still need at least 1 more then. So cost of a horse.
What, they have just regular riding horses or?
Yeah, just riding horses. So a riding horse is going to cost you. Well, it's 75 gold for a riding horse. They also do have draft horses, which would only be 50 gold.
Riding horse would probably be. Oh, wait, actually, what horse died? Was it our draft horse that's pulling the wagon, or
Oh,
was it a riding horse? Because we had. Or were they all riding horses?
it was all riding horses that you had. I believe.
Okay.
Actually, I just realized something.
Hmm.
The pelts that we have are pretty much the carrying capacity of the wagon.
I thought they were in that pocket dimension.
They're currently in Martin's
Oh, they're in the
dimension.
pocket dimension. Okay.
Yeah. He's just putting them on the party sheet so that we can see them still.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
just so it's easier to track where they are. That's why it says that you're at a max 600. You're at 928 pounds of a max 600 that you can carry.
Right.
So
So
again, I
I,
ask one question.
yep.
Gargan, are you drinking with everybody?
I'm participating, but I'm not really drinking. I'm just taking a tiny sip of a shot or something like that.
Okay. All right. So Martin just sort of sits in the corner watching your collection of friends who you rattled on to him about now at length. And yeah, I'll say at least another hour goes by drinking. Anybody who's been keeping up with the drinks, also, who's paying for all these rounds?
Party sheep.
Okay.
For the time being, yeah.
Sven?
I'll pay for a couple rounds.
They already paid for 2 bottles of whiskey.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have paid for the round that I yelled out for.
Yeah. So yeah, just took it out of there. You guys are covered for the rest of the day of drinking. Just let me know what time you're calling it a night and who was trying to keep up with the drinks as they went on.
Yo.
I
Yep.
was going to say it would probably be a Drake, yeah, considering the last time.
Okay, and Drakei, Quark. Anyone else keeping up?
Yep.
Zin?
Yes.
Okay. Vincent?
No.
No. Saul?
No.
All right, so
Tell who the
our 3
responsible people are.
drinkers, I need con saves.
Yay.
Starting at DC 13.
Oh, God. Hey,
No, it's just that 1 L for me is like 10 for you, so.
All right,
Oh, so
everybody's
it's
good.
just having a great
Next
time
hour,
drinking.
con saves, DC 14 for the 3 of you.
Nat 20, I'm good to go.
Zin?
And we're dragging Zen back to...
Zin's down. Quark and Andrakei, DC 16 con saves.
Come on, Nat 20. Nope, I'm down. So is Quark.
Quark is just a little down. You are down. So Andrakei passes out at the table. Quark, thinking he's now won the battle, goes to drink another glass, and as he goes to drink it, he just sort of pours it down his own shirt. No longer having the dexterity to actually get cup to mouth.
So a different kind of drinking problem.
Zin, on the other hand, with that, Zin, can I get you to make a charisma saving throw? DC 13. You go to start flirting with someone at another table, and they seem to be ignoring you. It takes you a minute before you realize you were talking to a chair, telling it how beautiful it was and stroking the back of it.
Oh, gee. Why does that not
I'm going to get a recording of that.
6 o'clock now, sundown. Zin barely functional, Quark barely functional, and somebody's got a dragon Dracei a block and a half down the road to the inn.
I'll toss him on my Tensor's floating disc.
Okay. You guys get back to the inn, call it a night. The inn does have food, but Dracei is not in condition to eat. Zin might be in condition. Will probably need some food in her. Quark, you might have to feed him himself if he can't reach his own mouth.
Oh, and I'm going to be singing about my parents in Gnomish.
I think Vincent might be the only one that knows what you're saying.
I'll sing
Lucky
along because that sounds like fun.
Yeah. I turn to Martin and say, I'd like to say this doesn't happen often.
He's just looking at you like... You just see him pinch his nose.
I'm going to say,
like
he's
traveling
lying.
with
This happens
Colling's
every
Worth
time we
again.
go out somewhere.
To be fair, yes, when Dracei is drinking, this tends to happen.
You see him looking at Dracei specifically, and he looks at you and says, points at him, he says, double his side. That was Reddick. Every night. And then looks over at Zin. And there's a young Lancel. Shaking his head, and he goes and gets his own room.
Yeah. Back when you needed a chart to calculate arm class and hits.
All right. So you guys will get through the night. One sec, I got to get rid of. Zen, you are back down to just one level of exhaustion.
Well, Zin's passed out, or is she sober again?
Well, this is after another long night's rest, so this
okay.
gets you through the night into the morning.
Well, if she passed out, I would have snuck in her room with a chair and left it in her bed with her.
I'm trying to remember. I think her and Saul were sharing a room.
They usually tend to, yes.
Saul, if you see a chair getting thrown in bed with Zin, how would you react?
A chair?
Yes.
With a sign on it that says, call me.
No, I'll just have drawn a little face on it.
Oh my god.
A chair thrown in bed with her?
Oh,
yes.
Slid into bed.
And was I sleeping or awake? Or was I...
I'd be waiting until
meditating?
you guys fell asleep.
Well, until
Okay.
they trance.
Yeah.
All right. If I tranced and I saw this,
Actually,
I
Vincent,
probably...
I'll have you make a sleight of hand against Saul's perception.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Actually, it'll be against your passive. What is that? Your
14.
passive perception is... well, less than that. So yeah, you don't notice.
Okay, then I have a unique surprise for me in the morning. Is she? Wait. Is she like strapped to
Snuggling
the
She's
with
gonna
it.
wake
chair?
up hugging the chair.
Hugging the chair. Okay. Um, if I woke up and saw that, I'd probably, put a blanket over her
Oh, they're
entirely.
under the
Head
blanket
and
together.
no, I'd probably try to put the whole blanket over their heads and everything. Her head, just like hide
Alright.
everything. I don't want to see you, so I'm not asking questions.
Alright, so we get up in the morning. Zin, you awake, hugging your nightly companion with a smiley face drawn on the back of the chair. Well, the front side facing you.
Oh God. Me saying what happened?
Drake, yeah, I just pass out in the middle of the floor.
Accurate.
It was a night. Okay. Oh, you guys said you were going to get the horse in the morning? Is that also just coming out of party treasure?
Yeah, I don't mind because we have to do it for the party's journey.
Mm. They'll cut you a bit of a deal. Instead of 75, they'll do it for 60. Considering you've helped with their commerce that's coming up. And they'll throw in a bag of feed. Okay. Getting breakfast at the inn before you get on the road. Big Jim and Sven see you off as they start their own journey. Well, actually, they'll be marching down the road towards Alrezen with you before you guys. They have to go to the left, and you guys will go to the right. Let's just see. Does anything interesting happen? Can I get somebody to roll a d12?
I can do it.
Great. So, 4 hours into your journey. Oh, well, that isn't actually. That would probably make some sense. As you're about 4 hours up the road, you come across a merchant with a small cart that was making their way to Watershine. Uh, oh, greetings, travelers. What glorious luck.
This isn't
So
the
many
same
merchants
traveler.
said I would never make it to town.
This isn't the same merchant that we met in outside Alderson, is it?
This is a different one.
Okay, this is like, oh, he gets around.
Uh, are you by chance looking for any winter wares or preserved meat?
That's all he has is preserved meats and winter wear.
He is a merchant heading to a secluded fishing village that he knows has limited meat and is facing a harsh winter.
Fair.
Just bright and smiling. And yes, deal? No?
Well, I would say we just save that for the townsfolk. We just came back from disposing of the problem they were having.
he thinks.
The roads will be a little safer now.
He flips you a copper. Very well. This means I shall be able to get first chance to make sale.
I basically just take a brief look at the copper and pocket it.
Drake kind of chuckles to himself.
Enjoy your day then.
Good fortune, sir.
Onward, donkey. And
May
he
the god-
marches.
May the goddess
Oh.
favor your negotiations.
And you as well. You okay? Next leg, you Saul. I need you to make a Dex check DC 13 for the wagon. So yeah, you guys get through the next leg and actually make good time, and basically must have been following the wagon in the same tracks as Buddy's cart was in. You shave an hour's time off what you should have needed, and you basically get to the crossroads where you could either branch to the right towards the college, take the little loop from either side to go to Alrazen, or head to the left to make your way towards Longtier.
We kind of have to get back to the college, so I'd say we take the fastest route to the college. How much time do we have before we have to be back?
Well,
Thought we had to be back by the 3rd.
Yep.
Today's the 1st, if I remember, or 2nd.
Today's the 2nd now.
Okay.
Okay, we got to get back. Yeah.
And you've reached 8 hours travel.
So we'd have to probably get up early tomorrow and leave early.
Yeah. The only question, are you just camping out where you are, or are you guys taking the extra 20 minutes around the corner to get into Alrazen, or...
Do you think we should
Martin
risk
can
it?
cast Tiny Hut.
Yeah, but you can do that. But what about the horses?
Let me check how big Tiny Hut is.
I believe tiny hut. It's anything from medium to tiny. Large can't go in. And horses are usually large, correct?
9 medium-sized or smaller creatures. Yep.
Yeah. So we'd have to keep somebody posted with the horses and swap out.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a bad idea, because normally we have 2 people on watch anyways.
Yeah, and they just step out and keep an eye on the horses in the wagon.
Instead of risking the horses being exhausted for the 20-minute travel to Alrazen, just to pay more gold and double back. It's up to you guys.
What's the weather like?
Oh yeah.
It's still definitely a chill in the air, but there's been no snowfall today. That said, you look around all around you, and well, you guys were deep into the woods and got about 2 feet. The road looks like it's probably got about 2 to 3 feet.
Master Martin, what would
like-
you suggest?
He's just looking at Gargan.
Mm.
I paid 10,000 gold to get here. You want me to shell out for an inn?
No, we can easily cover the
got-
cost for an inn.
We got this covered.
It's more or
My
less
sense-
if you.
My sense is we're 20 minutes from town. We could be comfortable. We're sort of the richest we've been for last few weeks, I would say.
You can stable
I'd
your
say
horses.
I see we can stay, and that's the main thing, is that we can stable the horses. Yeah. So I vote we just, we enjoy ourselves a little bit and enjoy the comforts of the nearby town.
All right. I'm not going to have you guys make a check. I will have the horses make a check. It's a DC 5 straight roll. So we'll start with, how many horses do you have?
I'm riding one. I think Zin's riding one. Quark as well, and wouldn't it be Martin has his own? Oh my God, no.
But that just means they just get to the town tired.
one
which after
level of
20
exhaustion.
minutes- Yeah. All right.
So I would say we probably have at least 4 or 5 horses.
I think it'd be 5 because you're going to have the wagon too.
Yeah,
All
4
right,
people
only
on
one
horse.
fails. So one of them's a little extra tired.
horse. Yep.
Well, we got there. Yay!
So you get into get into town, you stable your horses. That'll take 5, so I'll just take that out of the party treasure as well.
Yeah. No.
Then you just got to get an inn for the night.
10,000 gold pieces. You want me to put fire in? We're like, no, we'll do it.
It was a single-use magic item of absolute perfect teleportation from vague instructions.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he paid 10,000 gold pieces. We're like, well, we'll cover your room.
It's the least we can do. His room, food, drink,
I think Martin may be insisting on lessons in threat assessment.
Hey, this actually, if you think about it, he's been pretty useful this whole way through.
That's true. You probably would have lost a few more
Yeah.
horses and
Yeah,
Wouldn't
we're
have really
lucky
been
with
able
just the horses we lost.
wouldn't have been able to bring that giant head.
Huh?
Or that would have been the only thing you were able to bring.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You fed a city, got paid, survived.
So where do you guys want to get a room for the night?
Probably the inn closest to the stable so we can get an early start. Is what I would suggest. I don't know what the rest of the party wants.
Agreed. I assume that's in a nicer area. Nice inn.
I don't remember where everything is.
I think the one me, Vincent, and Zin stayed at was pretty nice, wasn't it? It was near the...
Yeah, that was the Fortune's Wheel, right? Actually, that's pretty much about as close to the stables as you can get.
And it's right by the market, too.
Yeah.
I think the nicest place that we stayed at was when we were here with Sybil, wasn't it? That was a higher
Yeah,
end
Dare
lunch.
to Lay Your Hand, the casino. The nicest place you guys have been to, although you didn't get to stay there, was Wolf House.
Yeah, we're not staying at Wolf House.
Yeah, I would say the inn that we're at right now would be
Yep.
perfect.
Okay,
Fortune's Wheel is
so yeah.
fine.
So Fortune's Wheel.
So we would need 3 rooms, because I'm sure Martin wants his own room.
So the suite fits 10. It
Mhm.
includes breakfast and a round of ale, and it's 13 gold.
For a nice suite?
Yep.
Yeah. I'd go for that.
Yeah.
Party sheet.
Credit card.
All right.
Charge it!
It's off the sheet. So you got a round of ale, you got breakfast in the morning, you just got to pay for your own meal.
How much is food for the night?
Let me minimize that so I can see. There it is. Get the party sheet out of the way. Food?
Yeah, because Dreadguard would probably
They
be
have
starving after this night of
stew
drinking.
with bread for a gold, or grill your own elk, 15 strips of it for 2 gold. And they have
I'll
a
do the
hearth
elk.
set up with like a table around it.
Oh, I'm doing the elk. You can take that right out of my treasure, I don't care.
All right. Who was that?
Indrake, yeah.
Andrake, yeah.
After his night of drinking, he's probably like, oh, I need something.
Who's getting stew and who all's getting elk?
Definitely elk for me.
Okay.
Elk.
Elk. Elk it is.
Okay. Do it now. Gargan?
Okay.
Stew or elk?
I'll take the elk.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, got Vincent,
Yes, sir.
stew or the elk?
The elk.
Okay, and Saul. Saul,
Sorry. What?
stew or the elk?
No. What? Sorry. What or
Oh,
the elk?
stew or the elk?
Stew or the elk? Stew.
Okay. All right, so you all sit down, enjoy your meal.
Sorry, got a little distracted.
No worries. Let me know if you guys are drinking anything. They have ale, mead, whiskey, dwarven ale, gin, northern scotch, elven wine.
The room comes
or they
with
have
ale,
spin
doesn't
the
it?
wheel for a gold piece.
Definitely
Oh.
mead.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Mead.
I kind of
Okay.
want to spin the wheel.
Yeah, I was going to say I want to spin the wheel.
All right.
Zim wants to spin the wheel too.
All right. So, Quark, let me take care of yours first. Your mead was 3 silver, so okay. Get this out of the way. Gargan, what were you having, or were you just having water?
No, so mead.
You're having mead as well. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Where's mead? Silver. 3 silver. Okay. All right. And Drakei,
Yes.
what were you getting?
Oh, I'm spinning the wheel.
You're gonna spin.
Yep.
Zin's gonna spin, I believe.
And I think Sol said she would too.
Saul, you were gonna spin as well.
Yep.
All right. So that'll be a goal. Vincent, what were you drinking? Or did I already get yours?
I'm drinking some milk.
You're drinking what?
Milk.
Ale. Okay. All right. Let me deal with the payment first because they make sure everyone who's doing that is paying ahead of time.
Oh, that way if they don't, if they find out what it is, don't like it, they also pay.
All right.
I'll go first.
But whatever gets brought out comes out in a wooden cup that's covered. So I need each of you to roll a d6.
A decent, okay.
Saul, you said you were going to spin, right?
Yep.
I see it. Okay. So, Andrakei, yours goes down. It's what's called double up. It's basically a glass that's half mead and half ale mixed together.
Oh, that's not bad.
Saul, yours, it's a little strong. It's a single shot glass that you down, but it's like downing 3 shots of whiskey with a hint of lemon.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It's called Harbor Shine. It's sailors' drink to wake up in the morning. Zin,
Uh-oh.
I need you to make a con save.
Oh.
DC 16.
Do you see what?
16. Constitution save.
God, is that troll whiskey?
Oh,
She's
dear
wasted
Lord.
again, isn't she?
So the initial hit hits you. It's a mix of whiskey and gin.
Great.
Then the aftertaste hits you. And everything you ate, drank for the past 2 days comes up.
Ew. Fantastic.
And you just hear the chorus go around the bar. You die! Which is the name of the drink.
Oh,
Okay.
makes sense.
You also take 6 points of damage.
From what?
You just puked everything up from the last 2 days. You're going to feel pain.
Listen, I don't like your logic.
Yeah, that's some of your stomach lining coming out.
Yep.
I didn't even realize I wasn't muted still. Whoops.
There's a reason why they call it "You Die."
Because you fucking feel like it.
Many have.
She's not, like, poisoned or anything, is she?
No,
Okay.
only on a 1. She got a 2.
Jesus, that was so close.
So, other than that, it's... Let's say you got settled in. 4 o'clock. You have an hour of daylight left, and then... What all are you up to?
Well, I'm pretty sure we'd be tucking Soul into bed after wrenching up that much.
Okay.
I don't know how much partying she's gonna do.
Crackers. Crackers.
But when nobody's paying attention, I'm going to sneak a chair into her bed.
Dear God.
Okay, listen.
Find one that looks exactly like the one you found that you had before.
I'm going to try to draw the exact same smiley face on it, too.
So I'll need another sleight of hand. Again, the DC is going to be 14. Yep, you get it in there.
You are so lucky. Your dex is so. Your proficiency is so high. Yeah. All right.
Are you hoping I get splinters?
I'm not
'Cause that's how
telling
you get
anybody that I'm
splinters.
doing this, by the way.
The only person that would know something's going on is Zin and Soul. That is it.
This is how you get splinters, guys.
Right.
Like, honestly, I partied last night, so I'm going to try and work my way through the rest of the book, The Wonderful World of Owlbears.
Yeah, I'd probably read the book I have with me, the one on... I think
Okay.
it was... What book was it?
So Quark... I forgot that you probably would have been able to get some of that done the past night before, too. So...
After that much partying?
Oh, yeah, you were one of the ones that was out drinking. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, Simple Weapons and How to Craft Them. Today I would probably read that before going to bed early.
All right, let me see here. Got very close to finishing it today, Quark. And Drakei, which book are you working on?
I took a different book with me. I did stay up for the drinking, pass out on the floor. But at this inn, I would probably just read my book and go to bed early.
The
Simple Weapons,
right?
And How to Craft Them, yes.
Okay. You will finish that just before bed. I will deal with that for next session because I don't think don't know if I have it all ready. Gargid?
Yes.
What were you going to be doing for the night?
Is there any books left to read? I think if I'm back.
I think you have two. I'm just not sure which ones you brought.
I don't think I brought any with me, but are we back yet?
No,
Or are we
you're at
still?
the
Or
inn.
in Ulrazan.
Oh, I think
I
then I'm
thought,
just. I don't think I brought any book.
I thought you had the same book Quark has.
Nope.
Which was the owlbear?
Yeah.
He it doesn't look like he has it listed as carried.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I think
you read as much as you could before we left.
He was trying to shave weight.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill.
Okay. Saul. Let me see
Yep.
here. Did you bring your book?
I should. It's the heavy one, and I don't take it out of my inventory.
Yep, and it is carried. Yep. Okay.
I borrowed it, right? Not.
Yeah, it's signed out from the library.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Dang! I opened up the what's it called? The file, the little red thing that you click on to open up the connection. Faymore
Yeah.
Guide to Houses of History, and the non-ID notes are like, I don't know what's up with them.
Yeah, it's from the patch.
You're kidding me. Okay.
It's
overlap.
I'll have to check and see if my extension that I use has a new update out for the new patch. It usually takes 2 days.
I see. Okay.
Zen. Let me see if you have your book with you. That's listed as carried. Yeah, you're also half dead. I forgot about that. Sleeping it off with your chair. And Vincent's too busy pulling pranks to read, not that he brought anything anyway. Oh, actually.
That's kind of weird.
Hmm.
When you, because I was looking at the description of the book, when you unlock it, it clears up the text.
The description?
Yeah. So like I opened up the Wonderful World of Owl Bears like to see its weight and all that.
Yeah.
And when you unlock it, the non-ID notes clears up.
Oh, because it moves to the front.
So yeah, that's a weird glitch.
Okay. I want to just check one thing here. PM. All right. So yeah, you guys get your dinner. So, are you guys doing anything else? I just wanted to know if you guys were planning to go shopping at all, or
Nope.
nope. Okay. So, get us to the morning. Okay. So a little before dawn, you guys get your free breakfast. Well, that you already paid for. What? So packing up in the morning. Other than heading back to the college, is there any other plans?
Do we want to see if we can offload the owlbear skins here? Or bring them back to the college?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind, at least attempting here since we're right next to the market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It'd probably be best to go to a blacksmith or something.
Well, let's see here. Let's see what. Let me grab a map again.
Because it is what
Well,
leathers.
tailor or tanner would be better.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just taking a quick look to see. If there's any shops that would really stand out to you for that.
Is Alderson a city that's more reliant on trade than anything?
It is heavily reliant on trade.
Oh, so we might not find what we're looking for here.
Well, actually, we're more likely to find what we're looking for here. I mean, there's elements of the white, gray, and black markets here.
Yeah, the main places we're going to get, if you're asking around where you could offload pelts in general, three places that are going to come up the most from asking around is Deepwater over on the East End in Heart and Home District. They say if it's common animals, bears, wolves, that or in the market at either the Emerald Merchant or the Clean Resource would be your best bets. But if it's more exotic animals, weird colored tigers, things like that, you might want to go to Wolf House.
Want to go to Wolf House and see if... Because owlbears, they'd be more exotic, wouldn't they?
Yes and no.
Do we have time to look at each of the shops? We're having to go back?
The first one actually sounded the most promising to me.
All right. You're kind of the expert of the group.
I mean, the only
Okay.
exotic animal that we had was mama bear. But I mean, in general, owl bears, I guess, would be somewhat common near the mountains. So we'll try there first.
All right, so you're going to go to Deepwater?
Yeah.
All right, so
I think that's a shop we have never been to be honest.
it's a 45-minute trek across town. And Deepwater's World of Wonders. Sec, let me I need one other thing for myself though. I need Hey, stop that. Okay. As you approach it, Deepwater is a sprawling complex with a collection of three-story buildings linked together, made of solid rock with a metal-plated roof that hangs over. As you approach the front doors, 4 ogres in tuxedos stand at the front door.
So I'll approach them with my head practically looking straight up. I'm like, we're looking to sell.
He looks down at you and just sort of elbows the guy beside him, who sort of turns back and Gargan, give me a perception check. This is going to be a DC 12. Okay. You notice that all 4 of them on their left ear have an earring almost identical to yours. And you just sort of see him put a thumb to his ear for a second and turns to the one beside him who spoke to you and sort of whispers something in.
And this is. We are. What establishment are we at?
Deepwater's World of Wonders.
Is this like a casino type place?
It's a market.
Nope.
It's a market. All right. I'm sorry, I just missed the description of where we're at.
Yeah.
So we're in Deepwater, you said, and
But you're at the front door to Deepwater.
You see my keys anywhere?
We're trying to sell the pelts.
trying to sell the pelts. I tell the guys we're with, hey, I think I left something outside. Can you just come help me get it? Turn to the guys. We'll be right back. And assuming
But you guys weren't even inside yet.
What's that?
That was just the guy at the door. The guys at the door.
Right. So did we stop and introduce ourselves to go in, or did we like just we're passing by the door?
He basically just walked up, said selling, and then they went to. You just saw them stop, do something without speaking, and then you guys said, "I forgot something. We're gonna step over here."
Okay, all right. So as we walk past, I say, "Hey, listen, I think this place isn't your typical establishment. These guys are more like the type of professionals that you would see, like let's say at a casino. sort of like really high level security type dudes.
Okay.
So
Martin
I'm
just looks at you and he's just pinching his nose like,
just trying to decide if it's
I
just,
take it you've never dealt with Krazel before.
Krazel.
Can't say that I
The
have.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Krazel Deepwater. He is a high-ranking official in the Eastern Trade Community. This is his establishment.
Can we expect to be treated fairly, or at least be a safe experience?
Do they buy untreated pelts?
They trade in just about anything. Primarily, you would expect them to deal in magical goods. The ETC has, for the most part, cornered the market on such items.
What about Quark's question? Is it too hoity-toity for what we got?
I'm trying to think of a comparable I could give you to in real life. The ETC would be a combination of Wall Street, Fort Knox, and the Mint, and the Franklin Mint rolled into one.
And we're
Except
looking for
holding domain over the entire continent of Faldarge.
a dollar store.
Well, not a dollar store. You're not.
We're
It's not
looking
like
for
we're
a
trying.
specialty store.
Yeah, this definitely would be a specialty store. They definitely would deal in. If they believe your pelts could be used for the crafting of some form of magical goods, they definitely would be interested.
And if we're looking for
Uh,
magical goods, this would probably be a good place to look too, right?
Can I make an Arcana check? To get a sense of how valuable this would be to somebody who can do that sort of thing. Maybe taking into account the book I read and such, or partially read and such.
What? The Owlbear book, or
Yeah. So just my knowledge of Arcana, the Owlbear book, uh,
I'll
the
say
vibe
this.
I'm getting from
I'll let you
Martin.
roll a d10. You need an 8, 9, or 10 to see if you've gotten to anything that would remotely help in figuring this out.
Okay. Yeah.
Just one short.
Yes.
You're a few pages back.
All right.
We have nobody that has crafting experience.
You know enough to know that owlbears are not common. They are also not beasts. So you're not treated the same as like a bear, a horse, a wolf, like naturally occurring creatures. That, well, yes, you just saw a nest of them, and they clearly are capable of functioning as beast would societally. There is something different to them.
Hey, I guess it doesn't hurt to find out what they if this is of interest to them.
Yeah, I'd say let's at least get them appraised here.
All right.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
The one you spoke to before just looks down. And he's sort of scratching on his shirt and just goes, "Are you familiar with Rotak Way?" Vincent, make a perception check. Okay.
So
As a follow, as a follower of the Grand Trader, would that term be familiar to me?
It would not.
Okay.
I just realized one other thing. Vincent, can you give me a history ETC check? That term does mean something to you.
What does it mean to me?
That.
Oh, okay.
Well, then I will pipe up. Can't say that I am.
Yeah,
And he just elbows the guy next to him and opens the door. Follow me. Lead you in.
Okay. Following.
The layout of the building you're in is very much like a warehouse. You see people using tensors, floaters, discs to transport pallets of goods all over. Shelves are stacked almost to the ceiling. And you can see at the far end there's a stairwell that would go up to another level that you could basically, by the layout of the place, you could imagine this is another level of this, another level of this, and then there's two more identical buildings interconnected as well. He takes you to the far end near the stairwell and just up to a counter, reaches into his jacket and pulls out a little paper and hands it to you.
Thank
Just
you.
stamped down it, you see diagonally ETC hemp trade.
Right. ETC. What
Present
do you
that
say?
to the clerk with your wares. And he walks away.
Okay. Thank you.
So there's about, you see a few people in front of you, some of them with wagons, some of them with some other stuff. Most of them are You see the guy at the front literally just has a small, probably about a box about a foot wide and 6 inches tall. He opens it up. He's got all sorts of gems that he's trading. And you could see them with like literally checking everything in fine detail just to make sure that the wares they're getting are what they're being told and that they're of the quality that they want. They take the thing of gems. The next person comes up with. Best way to describe it would be they have literally just a wagon full of bales of hay. And you can see them literally just pulling out a single piece and looking through it. Turn them away, say they won't buy it. You're about 7 or 8 people back in line at this point, just watching the next. They take certain things, they're rejecting others. 45 minutes in line later, you're finally up to the front. They look at the group of you. They see nothing out at this moment.
Hold on a second.
What are you trading?
We have some owlbear pelts that we're looking to unload.
Yeah, Martin's with us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You see Martin he draws the door there in the middle of the air and goes in, comes back out with a tensor floater disc carrying out all the owlbear pelts and drops them. Shuts the door and it disappears behind him.
Would these be of interest to you?
Yeah. Let me see. Starts looking through them, just see them feeling the texture, checking for the edges to see if they've. Best guess you'd be guessing that they're trying to just make sure that it was a clean cut. How much skin is actually there underneath the fur and feathers. Trying to figure out what actually the quality would be.
And if they're real owl bear or not.
Possibly. You see him looking through all sorts of things. Takes him about 20 minutes going through all of them, making sure each one, like just because the first one was good doesn't mean that the next was, and you've got 15 of these things. Finally get done and I do believe we can make a deal. What are you looking to get for them?
Well, mostly just fair market value.
Do any of us have even an attempt to know what we should be able to get for them?
From my readings in the owlbear book, would that information be in there?
I think there's 2 of you that had the book, right?
Yeah. You said I was almost finished with it.
Gargan, you don't have yours with you, but you've started reading it, I believe.
Yeah, I thought I read a ton of it, or
you did. You got through
might
a
even
decent portion. If you're chiming in, like basically trying to assist with this, I will allow Quark to make a check with advantage. I'm just trying to think of what check it would be. This be nature? No, wouldn't be nature.
Would it be wisdom?
Yeah, I think it would just be a wisdom check, but you'll make it with advantage. You're going to want a 15. Okay. You don't make it, but you didn't miss by 5, so if these are of clean quality, you figure you could get 20 to 25 for them selling it yourself. To sell to a vendor, you would say you could probably get 10. So 150 for the lot would be your estimate of what you would expect to get if this is a fair trade.
Okay, so armed with that information, I want to hear what his first assessment is.
He's going to pause a second, delay, and for the 15, would 105 be fair?
Insight check.
Okay. Make an insight check. DC. I'm going to say DC is 12.
Is he being straight with me?
You feel that he's giving you a low ball first offer, which, when you're dealing with someone who's dealing in trade, who's going to then try and resell these or having to work with them, would not be uncommon.
I'm like, well, that seems a bit low, my friend. How about
105. We're trying to feed our family. We want at least 150 for them.
who said that?
Vincent.
And you said that out loud?
Uh-huh.
I gauge his reaction.
He sort of leans up on his arms, and you get a better look at him. He's a wood elf who seems to be looking just down and trying to. He was not phased seeing you at the desk.
Who was he facing?
Huh?
Who was
No, he was not
facing?
phased.
Oh, by me. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I gotta figure in sometime in my life that gotta be somebody who isn't.
Well, in
All right.
pristine quality, I'm sure they could be worth that. However, a few had frayed edges. This is third one down was relatively thin. I could maybe do 125.
4 of my brothers died catching these owl bears, and that one's from a huge giant mother owl bear that stood as tall as the trees
Got it.
themselves. How am I supposed to pay for their funerals? How about 140?
You could see his eyes sort of sparkle a bit from what Vincent had to say. Do you have any further proof of such a large creature?
We still have the head, don't we?
No, we don't.
Oh, we don't? Oh, I thought we did.
Unfortunately, the creature's head we needed to turn in as a reward for the quest we were on.
Did we take its
If you
talons or anything?
received such a reward for such a creature, certainly you wouldn't be squabbling over 10 to 15 gold pieces.
I can come down to 130. And that was Vincent who has been shouting out there?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
he moves to
You
speak
can
again, I'm going to put him in a headlock.
Yeah, but I'm
You see,
giving.
he starts writing down, I can do 130. And he goes to hand it to you, and then he sort of tucks it behind his fingers. Or I can offer you an additional 25% in trade value here.
Hmm.
I turn back to the rest of the party. Anybody see anything of interest?
Wouldn't hurt to look.
I nod with
So
a
it'd
smile.
be between 160 and 165. One sec. I think I shared the store.
I didn't
You
see
did.
it.
Okay, seriously, there's
How come I can't find the sword? Oh, there it is. Thank you.
I'm just looking through to see what you could afford with the trade value alone. Okay, so that's identified. So the brooch of shielding you'd be able to afford. The healing potions you will note are clearly priced higher than what you would pay most places.
So they might not just be average healing potions, maybe?
No, because they're identified. It's just
Okay.
what this tells you is that they are not the largest commerce maker in the world for nothing. They are taking advantage of the fact that they have basically cornered the market on most of this.
Yeah.
If there's anything that's not identified and you want information, just let me know. I don't think most things should be, though. Most things should be identified.
I don't think there really is anything else in here that I would want,
Aside from some of the weapons,
which are extremely pricey.
the Ring of Protection is about the only thing that kind of comes to my mind for one of us. But that's going to eat into our reward.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, you could just take the 130.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
130.
I think we'll just take the 130.
All right. So after the bartering, another 10, get you paid, get you out. 45 minutes just to get back to the inn. One sec.
And it's a 3-hour travel back to the college, right? From Morrison, I can't remember.
4 hours, if I remember correctly. I was going to say 2 days into the future.
Oh, when we get back, we have our stipends, don't we? Because it was the first.
There we go. So that gets you back to the inn. If you guys are just grabbing your horses from the stables on the cart and going.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's
another
probably best.
15 to get all that because it's right there. It'll be a 4-hour journey back along the road to the college. Saul, if I can get you to make a dex check for the wagon, mainly because of the snow.
That was scary.
Okay, wagon's good. All right. So about an hour. You're about an hour out from the college, making your way down the road.
And we
When
noticed the
Zin,
college is on fire.
your horse takes an awkward step on a pile of snow, and in an instant, a blast of arcane energy shoots up from the ground, instantly consuming the horse. Zin, can I get you to make a con save, DC 25?
I think she's not here right now. Hang on one sec.
I hope this is not what I think it is.
Yeah, she's just getting back in.
Okay.
Sorry about that. No?
Need you to make a con check.
DC 25.
Con check or con save?
Save.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh, good God.
Okay. The energy consumes Zin as well, and in a flash of grayish blue light, leaving nothing in its place but the brief outline of a magic sigil that begins to fade on a now clear patch in the snow.
Okay.
What in the hell was that?
So I turn to Martin and say the exact same sentence, but with a different adjective.
Uh,
Or noun. Yeah.
Martin is going to quickly make an Arcana check.
I sit down. As I have for years.
Okay. Stop popping that up. Martin will look just as the sigil is fading and says, "It's a mark of disintegration."
And do we know why it's there?
I
You
need
needed a-
everyone to make your choice: DC 15 investigation or DC 18 perception checks.
You needed a 30 to say she disintegrated.
The save?
Mine's a 30.
The DC was 15 for investigation or a 18 for perception.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I just rolled a 30. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Zin, I don't think you need to roll a perception or investigation.
Because you're dead.
You're gone.
Oh,
We don't know that. Maybe she's.
Well, Martin just kind of said it.
Gargan, Saul, I need you to make your roll.
Perception?
Or
Oh.
perception 18 or investigation of 15. Okay,
That is,
so Martin and Gargan are apparently the only ones who notice. And you can now point this out to the others, though. 5 other piles of snow that look to be slightly raised compared to others.
So I tell everyone, just stop and don't move. And I indicate the subtleties in the snow.
And if I notice that when he points it out, can I shoot an arrow into one of them?
Yep.
We'll take a step away, though. Step back.
Okay. So make a shot with it's a crossbow or a short bow. I can't remember which.
Short bow.
Short bow. AC is 12. So you strike through the snow into the ground at one of the piles. Another burst of light goes up. This one leaves another sigil. Instead of being the bluish gray light this time, though, you watch as best would be described as a bolt of lightning shoots from the ground straight into the air.
Oh, what kind of booby trap is this?
Is there a way we can navigate around them with the wagon?
They are scattered enough across the road that it'd be kind of hard for the wagon to get around these without bumping into at least one of them.
I could just try shooting them all.
I have a bow and arrow. I can shoot one as well. How many are left?
4 more.
4 more. Each take a shot.
Sure. But let's get back a little bit just in case there's some kind of area effect spell.
Get back to. I have a short bow. You have a short bow as well, right?
Yep.
Get back to the max amount of distance that we have to.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll shoot the next one, I guess.
Okay.
And you said it's DC 12?
AC 12.
Nope. Missed that.
Were you aimed at the same one?
I was aimed at a different one.
Okay. So, Vincent, the one you aimed at hits and lights off a second one of these lightning bolts. The one you missed, Andrakii,
Oh no.
also bursts from the ground as you watch a spiraling coil of air with shards of caltrops and broken pieces of dagger whirling through it.
Did you say cow shit and daggers?
Caltrops and
Caltrops.
broken
Oh.
daggers.
Okay, I thought
Cal
you said.
drops, cal ship, the same thing.
Okay, I'm like. Okay, he said that. Yes, yeah, he said that. Okay.
2 more.
Hmm.
Closer one is still AC 12 to hit. The other one is an AC 18.
I'll take the closer one.
Try for this further one.
There we go. That time we did really well.
So who was on the 12?
I was.
So you hit it, and it was another one of the disintegration bursts that you see, that blue and gray smoky light that then evaporates. Then the last one. You hit, and you can hear that it hit something. Nothing seems to happen, though.
What's the range?
I was going to say, do you want me to hop down and go and check it, or?
Well, let me see if I can use Mage Hand to clear the snow.
What if? Let's see. I can. How far away from it is it? Are we?
Let's see here. What's the range on a short bow?
I think it's. Is it 80 or is it 60?
I think it's 60
Well,
when
it's
pointing.
if you were, it's 80 to go short range.
What if I summon my spiritual weapon and have it go over there and attack it?
Spiritual weapon gets summoned what, within 5 feet of you?
It says 6 inches, 60 feet. I'd have to get
60?
another.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you'll
I'd
be
have
up
to
to
get
60 and then, okay.
and then do it. I can move it 20 feet every round, though, as a bonus.
As a bonus action, but the spell itself is a bonus action, isn't it?
I believe so. I can't. Hang on, I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's a bonus action cast. And then,
Yeah, so you can't move it the same turn you summon it. So you would summon it, it would attack.
Yeah,
so you'd
and
have
then
to be within 60. Okay.
yeah.
So you step up, summon the spiritual weapon. What is the form of your spiritual weapon? Is it a giant, like, floating mace?
Yeah, it's usually a copy of my own weapon. It can be like
Okay.
pretty much anything I want it to be, like a mace.
Yeah,
or
I know. I just
Thor's
want to know
hammer,
what
yeah.
the form that it's taking is.
Yeah, it'd be a mace, and then I would just have it just crash right into the ground.
Just before it strikes the ground, you watch as a tiny little orange speck floats up and moves about 30 feet towards you, staying about 6 inches above the snow. And that's the point where the fireball starts.
I'm in the blast zone, aren't I?
That's what I got to check right now. That's why I was asking.
I'm
how
pretty
close
sure
you
it's
got.
like 60 feet at least.
So delayed fireball. Delayed fireball goes 20-foot radius, and it moved 30. So
I'm 10 feet out of
you were
its
at 60.
radius.
So it's just to about 10 feet in front of you, and everything 20 feet back of there. The entire road is now clear of any debris that was there, as a fireball bursts out and just eviscerates all of the snow
and
into a
singes
cloud
my
of
hair.
steam.
Kaboom!
And can my spiritual weapon be destroyed?
Uh,
I don't think.
I don't think so. Not by this.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it moved. All right.
Yeah.
So you just see my magical mace just sitting on the ground.
And in the meantime, we cut to Zin. Zin, you once again find yourself in the afterlife, walking in a field by the woods. This time, instead of approaching from behind, just sort of materializing out of the ground in front of you, the gatekeeper, with his skull face and glowing eyes, stands in front of you. You have returned sooner than I foresaw. However, a deal made and price paid by yourself and your vessel has set. You shall study at my side for the next 200 years, at which time you will inherit a portion of my power and duties as both judge and ferryman for the souls who must go. I will ensure that you will not see your friends to maintain your neutrality in these endeavors. So if you are ready, young one, shall we go, as there are many souls waiting in the Forgotten Land? Zen, how to respond to your patron?
Mhm. It's with a heavy heart that I walk beside him and say it must be done.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, and you vanish with him below the field and find yourself in a place you've never seen before. In a world, a realm of scattered islands in all directions. As Zindi Rainmine's time on the mortal plane comes to an end. And that's where we're going to leave off. Give me 1 second to stop the recording.
Hmm.